All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. Thank you for coming out tonight, guys. My name is Tori Stewart here. I'm going to be your host. Tonight, we're going to talk about what is network marketing, why network marketing makes sense. Many of you guys that are here tonight were invited by someone, whether it was a friend, a relative, a family member, or, just somebody that you saw that was promoting the opportunity of promoting network marketing on a social media site or anywhere else, okay? So, once again, let me just make sure you guys can hear me. Make sure you guys can hear me one more time. All right, great. So you guys can hear me. All right, so like I said, once again, guys, thank you for coming out. Network marketing for a lot of people is something new, and I'm going to do my very best to go ahead and show you guys exactly why network marketing makes sense. Not only to everybody who's in it, but why it can, make sense to you as well for being a new person that's getting involved in this industry, in this business, in this profession is what I like to call it. So, like I said, if you don't have a piece of paper, if you don't have a pencil or a pen, please take one out right now at this time because I'm going to give you guys a lot of different notes tonight. I'm going to give you guys facts about network marketing. I'm going to show you guys in a way that maybe nobody has never presented to you, network marketing in the past, because oftentimes many people in the industry itself are not educated on this profession. Oftentimes, they don't really know the facts about their profession. All they know is get involved with this company and make money. That's that's what a lot of people know, and that's not what we're gonna be here providing with to you tonight. So I don't want to have you guys thinking in your minds that I'm gonna try to sell you on anything. Tonight is just a educational webinar about network marketing. Okay, so I hope that's fair enough. Is that fair enough for you guys? Okay, great, great. All right, so let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So, success in network marketing and why network marketing makes sense. So, before I go ahead and get started, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw something out there. I've actually done presentations all throughout the world. Live seminars, hotel meetings, house meetings. This past week alone, I did 2 house meetings and a seminar down in South Jersey. If anybody here is in South Jersey, maybe you've seen me, maybe you didn't. I don't know. I'm not sure who's on this webinar tonight, but I do webinars all around the world. There's one question that I always ask people, and I do different surveys, and I make sure I keep track of all the answers because I always show this in my presentations because I feel like it's very important. And one thing I always ask people is, if you were to go ahead and go out there today and start your own business, okay? Well, not even start your own business, but just, get involved in a business. What would be the perfect career opportunity for you? What would that consist of? Okay, and that's one question that I often ask people all the time. So let me just go ahead and ask you guys, what are things that you would have to have in that business for it to be the perfect career choice for you? Okay, so let me just go ahead and ask you guys that. Just go ahead and throw some things out there. I normally start it off because people take it in the opposite direction, but let me just start it off for you guys, all right? The first thing I'm just going to go ahead and say is a lot of us don't like to get up in the morning to an alarm clock. I haven't personally woken up to an alarm clock in a long time, maybe once in the past few months or so, but personally, I just cannot wake up to an alarm clock. That's me. Maybe some people like the sound of their alarm clock. Maybe they have a special ringtone that wakes them up in the morning, that gets their day going. Maybe they have a special, I don't know, whatever it is, but I don't like alarm clocks. So let's just go ahead and see what you guys have to say. What else do you guys say along with the alarm clocks? All right, so I see no boss, okay. So we have no boss, no alarm clocks, right? Money, of course. So unlimited income, right? That's what we mean by money, right? Unlimited income. Residual income, I see that, all right? Let me just take a sip of water, guys. My throat here. All right, so yeah, so unlimited income, residual, no boss, no alarm clock, all right? No commute. All right, I mean that's huge. A lot of us don't like to commute. We don't like to commute at all, and just to be able to work from home and your own home-based business, I mean that could definitely take care of that. But no commute is. Yeah, I mean when I used to work before, guys, I used to drive an hour and a half back and forth to my job, and I used to hate it. I used to really hate it. So those are just a couple of things out there. Let me just go ahead and go to the next slide. All right, and these are typically the answers that I normally get from people when I do my different surveys all around the world, around the country, I should say, and do different presentations, different seminars, hotel meetings, and all that. So the first thing on here, of course, is no boss. No commute, like we already said, no alarm clock, no employees. That's something that a lot of people also say as well, no employees, because typically people don't like to people don't like to have their coworkers or their employees or whoever. They don't like working with other people because it just doesn't it just creates a bad atmosphere sometimes, right? No discrimination is something that's very, very, very important as well. As you may know, for a lot of us who work a 9 to 5 job, discrimination is huge. So just to have no discrimination in your perfect career list, I mean that's pretty powerful as well. No educational requirement. That's also very huge because oftentimes, we have to have a certain type of educational requirement for a job, and sometimes some people, I mean, get this. I mean, I've even heard this before. Some people are overeducated for that position. I've even heard people saying they're overqualified for the position. I mean, I think that's kind of silly in my opinion. No politics is another thing. Nobody likes to deal with politics at their jobs. Great product or services, that's something that is very important. We don't want to be working at, I give this example. We don't want to work at McDonald's and our favorite food be Wendy's, right? We like Wendy's products better, so we don't want to work at McDonald's and then and our favorite food is Wendy's, right? So time freedom is something else that's very important because a lot of us, we have children, we have families, we like to do different things, whether it's travel the world and go on vacations and do different things, and time freedom is very, very important when it comes to our jobs. A lot of people are not just working 9 to 5 jobs. They're working 9 to 9, 9 to 8. They're getting home. They have to cook dinner. By the time they cook dinner, they eat dinner. They spend time with the family. I mean, it's 11, 12 o'clock at night, so there's not really much time for anything else. And they only get about a week or two vacation from their job. So, I mean, there's not too much freedom. The next one I have is starred residual income. Residual income is very important, I believe, because of the fact that, with residual income, this is income that you make every single month, based off of last month's or the previous month's performance. So you don't have to wake up tomorrow in order to, get a check and after, and go out there and, bust your butt just to make a check. Like, you don't have to worry about calling off of work tomorrow because you have money that's already rolling in. So residual income, guys, we're going to get more into what residual income is. It's not residual income. It's not the money that's left over in your bank account after you spend all your money. That's not what residual income is. But like I said, we get more into that. Unlimited income is very important as well. You don't want to have no type of salary cap. You don't want a job to tell you, what's the most amount of money you're going to be able to make in that job. If you're there 30 to 40 years and they only tell you, your cap is going to be 40,000 a year, well, that's not good. So we want to be able to have unlimited income. Low startup costs are very important as well because I just personally spent about $3,000 to $4,000 a couple weeks ago on a real estate course. Because I'm getting into the whole real estate deal and everything. And $3,000 to $4,000 for some people is a lot of money. For some people, it's not a lot of money. But for other people, it's an investment that they're willing to put into because they understand the return of investment. So being able to get into something, a business or a business opportunity that has a low startup cost is very, very important as well. Okay. The next thing I believe is probably the most important, on this career list that, people have told me is, something that's economy proof. And let me just kind of go over what that means a little bit. Something that's economy proof, something that adjusts to our economy and the way that it goes, because the economy and the way society is, it changes all the time. So to have a job that changes with society is it's very important. So just keep that in mind as we go along. And as we go along, guys, remember the title of this webinar tonight is Why Network Marketing Makes Sense. So I want you to think about network marketing and what I have to show you guys, but then also think about all the other types of jobs out there and see what makes the most sense to you. All right. So next up, we have tax benefits. It's something that a lot of people don't even educate other people on, but it's very, very, very important. Okay. If you guys don't understand the tax benefits you get by having your own home-based business, then you really need to read a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, all right, by Robert Kiyosaki. Guys, this book is unbelievable, and it'll definitely change your mind and the way you think about things, when you get through the first couple of chapters of this book. Basically in this book, he talks about, having your own home-based business or whatever the case may be, and then, developing other assets from that home-based business or whatever whatever you get into, but developing other assets and having those assets work for you instead of you working for them. So really read that book. It really talks about the tax benefits we have as a home-based business, and I'm actually going to get more into that and talk about what our own president, Barack Obama, actually said about everybody having a home-based business, and also the tax benefits that we get by just being a part of a home-based business. So we'll get more into that in a second. Personal growth is something that's very important as well. You want to make sure that you're in a career path that allows for you to have some kind of personal growth. I mean, all of you guys that know me know that I was working on my master's degree in psychology, and the reason why I left that master's degree is because I felt like, if I would have graduated with my master's degree after, I had about a year and a half left, if I would have graduated, with that degree and worked in the field as a psychologist, I feel like I would not be where I'm at today because I wouldn't have put the extra time and effort into learning other things like real estate and learning about the tax liens and learning about other things that can produce money as well, because I would have been complacent and satisfied probably with being a psychologist and working a 9-to-5 job. So personal growth is very important. You want to have a job opportunity that's going to allow for you to maximize your personal growth. Okay, so as you guys can see here, there's lots of perks that are involved with the perfect career list of your choice. These are just some of the things that people told me and some of the things I just wanted to highlight for you guys, okay? So let's just go ahead and keep moving on. The 5 categories for jobs. Now, there are typically 5 categories, right? The first job is your blue-collar jobs. These are your Wendy's, your McDonald's. These are jobs that you don't need to get a degree in, but you can still get a job and make money. Your white-collar jobs are those jobs you go to school for, you get a degree in, and you go to work, whether it's, that psychologist or whoever the case may be. And I just want you to keep in mind as I'm going through this, are these the perfect career choices for you? Okay? So sales. Sales, I call this the wake up with zero job. And the reason why I call sales the wake up with zero job is because of the fact that today you might pound the phone for like 30, you might make like 30 phone calls today in sales. And one thing I do want to tell you guys, network marketing is not sales. Oftentimes people confuse network marketing with sales, and that's not what this is. It's not what this is at all, okay? So, and I'm going to tell you why it's not sales. Because with sales, you're waking up with zero, I call it the wake up with zero job. You pound the phone all day. You might make some sales today. You might make like 2 or 3 sales out of the 30 people you call, right? And you might get a, commission of, let's say, $500. But tomorrow, when you wake up, you're waking up with $0. $0, you're starting all over again. That residual aspect is not there. And that's why I call sales the wake up with zero job, okay? Traditional business ownership, okay? What this is those that have their own businesses, such as, the doctor that has his own business, the dentist that, specializes in orthodontics, and does braces or whatever. And the reason why I call this, that's the reason why I put down here, instead of owning the business owns them. Well, that's simply what happens, because this is what happens. Let's say that the orthodontist opens up his own practice. He specializes in doing braces, but now instead of being able to put 100% focus into braces and all that, well, now he has to manage his own company. He has to do the finances. He has to hire his team. He has to make sure the paperwork's done properly. He has to deal with the insurance, the insurances and all that. He has to make sure everything is running smoothly. And in order for him to pay attention 100% to what he's good at, he can't do that because he has to worry about so many other things. So what happens oftentimes is the business starts to own him instead of him owning his business. I mean, he gets, he becomes responsible for doing everything. I mean, as far as taking out his own trash. And this is typically what happens with the traditional, business ownership jobs out there. And everybody, everybody sees that. So another thing is investing. This is, the 5th category of jobs I put down here is investing. And simply put, with investing, we're just not in charge of we just can't control our money. We're not in charge of our own money. Investing, when you're doing stocks and all that, you have no control of your money. It gets kind of tricky. So, I mean, just think about if you want any of these types of jobs, okay? Let's just go ahead and keep moving on. So, what's going on today? Now, I put down here the 3 cycles. There are 3 typical cycles that have occurred in our society. And let me just go ahead and bring it back to the very first one. See, back before time, it used to be that people would go to school, they would get an education, right? They go to school, get an education, they will go to college, and then they will go to college, and then get a job, and then work for 40 years and then retire. Well, how many of you guys in here know somebody that has worked for 40 years and actually retired? Push the number 1 if you guys know anybody that's actually done that. Okay, and that's and that's typically the response I normally get every time I do these webinar presentations. That I might get 1 or 2 people, but typically not many people know somebody who actually worked 40 years and then retired. Okay, and so society has actually moved to something else where people will go to school, they will get an education, they will work a job, and then after they work that job, you know, they work for 40 years, they don't retire, so they have to work for 20 years, 20 more years in order to have a sustainable income. Okay. And that's what happened, and people started retiring much later, you know, later on in their years and everything. And typically, I mean, some people, like I said, might retire after 40 years, but typically, you know, you might have to work 40 years and then get a second job. That's just, that's just the way it is, with society nowadays. And, today, the way society is based off of is people will go to school, they get a job, they might get a job after, graduating college or whatever, but their job is not paying them enough money. So now they have to either get a second job or they have to perform better at their job. And if they're not performing to an optimal level at their job, what typically happens is somebody else comes into the job. They might take a lower pay, and they might push that other person out of their job because they're not performing up to the level that they should be, or the company feels that they're paying them too much money and they're not performing where they should be at. So basically, everything today is based off of performance, and by everything being based off of performance, that's why I feel like network marketing really makes sense today in today's society, because network marketing itself is also based off of performance, and we're going to get into that in a little bit. So, today there's, a lot of technology, as we can see, and there's fewer jobs. So right here on the left-hand side, you can see there's a McDonald's, and I think this is really, really crazy here, because now McDonald's actually has their own kiosk where you don't even have to talk to a front register person, but you can just go there and order your food off of a kiosk. I mean, I think that's pretty crazy, because just think about how many McDonald's and, there's other fast food places like Wendy's, Burger King, and all that, that are going to eventually get these machines, and they might even have these machines already. But just think about how many jobs are being lost. How many you get about 3 or 4 people on the front register in each McDonald's or whatever, and just think about how many jobs are being lost. These are your minimum paying jobs. So if these are your minimum paying jobs being lost, well, the next jobs that are going to be the minimum paying jobs are going to be the jobs, that are making, $10, $11, $12 an hour. So keep that in mind. And actually, I have for those of you that know me, and the reason why I refer to a lot of fast food places is because at the age of 13, I was actually working at Wendy's. From 13 to 21, I worked at a Wendy's, and my best friend, his dad is actually the owner. And he told me that they're actually working on right now for, machines that actually prepare your food. So in the drive-thru and then, in the front, when you order your food and it gets prepared by somebody, well, instead of getting prepared by somebody, it's going to be a machine now that's actually going to make your food. So if you're having these kiosks at the front register and you're having machines preparing your food, I mean, really, who needs to be working at these fast food places? I mean, maybe 2 or 3 people to manage it. That's about it. So just think about how many jobs are going to be lost, guys. I mean, this is going on in society nowadays. If you have not realized what's going on, you really need to start paying attention as far as, the way society is moving. So, and then you can see here on the right-hand side, the self-checkouts. We've seen self-checkouts for quite some time right now. So, and we continue to see more and more of them. Let me take a sip of water, guys. So this is exactly why network marketing makes sense, in my opinion. It simply fits the way society is heading. I mean, if you think about it, the growth of social media, I mean, we all see the growth of social media and how fast it's growing. I mean, we have the Facebooks, the Instagrams, the Twitters, the LinkedIns, the Pinterest. We have so many different, aspects or different things when it comes to social media that it's just growing. Things are able to grow so fast. Now, when I say things, I mean things such as movies and music and so many other things. Just think about this, guys. Because of the growth of social media, advertising increases about 1,000%. So why not? So why not social media, and why not network marketing? So just think about this. And I give it's funny because I had a meeting last night and I gave this example. And I actually switched up the example because people were looking at me like Twilight. I don't watch Twilight. So let's just use, the new Fast and the Furious movie, right? Let's say the new Fast and the Furious movie comes out, right? Let's say you saw a trailer on TV, Okay? The first thing that you're going to do when you see that trailer on TV is you're going to go ahead, you're going to go onto social media, whether it's, Facebook or Twitter, whatever social media, you're on more, and you're going to tweet about it or you're going to make a status about it. And then what's going to happen is all your friends are going to see it. And if they haven't saw the trailer yet, they're going to go ahead and go look for the trailer on YouTube, or they might just watch the trailer because you may have put the trailer on Facebook or whatever, right? So now, when the movie comes out, people are going to go, your friends are going to go watch that movie, and you were the first one to tell them about it. So do you think that when that person goes to the movie theaters and they're in line and they get to the front counter, do you think that the register person or the counter person is going to ask that person like, hey, where did you hear about this movie? Who referred you to it? Okay, John referred you to it. Okay, let's go ahead and call John so you can get a commission for referring you to this movie. That simply just doesn't happen, does it? So you see what I mean, guys? You guys are all doing network marketing every single day and advertising things every single day and probably don't even realize it. So why not go ahead and go out there and advertise something that's going to pay you commissions for advertising their product? Okay? So now, companies base commissions off of performance, so that's why network marketing is suitable. So like I said, so the better you perform in network marketing, the more you're going to get paid. Just like the more you perform the better you perform at a 9-to-5 job, the more you're going to get paid, or you're going to lose that job because somebody else is going to come in and do a better job than you and take less money. Okay? So just keep that in mind. So, the way society is moving today, guys, it's a new economy. So a new economy means that you have to adapt to where everything is going, or you're simply just going to be left behind. And that's just being honest with you guys. If you guys don't understand where our society is heading, then you really need to open your eyes, read some books, watch TV. I don't know what you got to do, but you have to do something to understand more where society is heading, okay? So, just to kind of open your eyes up a little bit more, these are some numbers based off of total global sales for 2012. And as you can see here, network marketing did $167 billion in sales. Not million, but billion with a B. Okay? And just to kind of compare what that is, I threw some other things on here as well. So as you can see, the movie industry did 80 billion. Okay, about half. And the music industry did 16.5 billion. And the NFL, of course, did 9.5. So just to kind of show you guys where network marketing is, how much is done in sales, it's just incredible. Network marketing is the second highest paid profession, right behind the sports industry as a whole. That means the NFL, the NBA, the NHL, all that. So people are making money in this industry, and some people don't even know what network marketing is. So my goal is to educate everybody that's in this room tonight that came out what network marketing is and why it could possibly change your life, okay? And my question I put down here is, how much did the other companies pay you? By promoting that movie or promoting that new CD that, somebody came out with, or promoting the Super Bowl that just passed. How much money did they pay you for promoting their company? Think about that, guys. Just really think about that, okay? So, I have here an article, and if you want to read the article, feel free to. I'm pretty sure you can go onto Google and type it in, but if you want to read it, contact the person that invited you to this webinar, and they'll go ahead and send you this article. Basically, it's an article that Obama wrote. It was about everyone needing to have a home-based business, and the reason why he said that, our own president said this, is because the tax breaks that we all get as Americans, with home-based businesses. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys, I'm gonna kind of skim through it, but I'm gonna give you guys an example of how having a home-based business can also benefit you when it comes to taxes. Okay, so Obama also said Americans overpay $320 million in taxes each year. So that's why it's beneficial to have a home-based business. But, as a network marketer, we don't pay our taxes up front. So if you work a 9-to-5 job, what happens is you get paid your money, and you get paid your money after everybody else takes their portion out for their taxes, right? So if you get paid $1,000, you might keep $800 because 20% might go to taxes. As a network marketer, we get paid all of our money, and we're responsible for doing our own taxes, okay? And then so basically we get paid our money, and then after we pay for our rent or our mortgage, or after we pay for our car, after we take that vacation, or quote unquote, after we take that business trip, right? And after we do all these different things and go out to our lunch, our lunch dinners and all that, our business dinners, quote unquote. Then we pay taxes on the money that's left over. So for example, okay, and really write this stuff down, guys. This is very important. Write down tax breaks. That's what we get as a network marketer. We get tax breaks, and that's something that is so important. So write that down as I take a sip of water, guys. My throat is killing me. I feel a little stuffy. I can feel it in my sinuses. So tax breaks, right? So now let's say you work a 9 to 5 job, you get paid $1,000, that week or that month or whatever, right? Now out of that $1,000, what's gonna happen is 20% is gonna get taken out. So you're gonna get about $200 taken out, for taxes, right? So you're gonna keep about $800, so $200 gets taken out for taxes. As an independent business owner and having your home-based business, let's say you get paid that same $1,000. All right. So let's just say you get paid $1,000, but then let's just say I'm making up numbers here. Nobody's mortgage is going to be $350, I don't think. So, but let's just say your mortgage is $350, and you write your some of your room or whatever as you write it off as office space, right? So that's $350. So we got $650 left, right? Let's just say you're paying your car or whatever. Let's say it's $200. We got $450 left. Let's say you took a vacation that month for $150, and there are some places where you can take vacations for 7 night stays for $150, which we'll get more into tomorrow. But $150. So you got about $300 left, right? Because you took that business trip, quote unquote. Let's just say this month you spent about $100 on business meals, right? We call it. So let's just say you have $200 left, and let's say you spent about $50 for gas that month. So we got $150 left. So instead of that $1,000 getting taxed, the $150 is going to get taxed. So now we're going to times the same 20% that we taxed the other one by when we did it for the 9 to 5 job, and we got $30 left. So $30 taken out for taxes. So $30 for taxes compared to $200 for taxes. It's a no-brainer, guys. It's a no-brainer. You get so many different tax breaks by having your own home-based business. It's quite ridiculous. In my opinion, it's incredible. So not network marketers. So network marketers do not pay their taxes up front. We pay our own taxes after we buy whatever we want to buy, right? So we're able to capitalize off this because we do not get taxed up front. Sorry about the misspelling there. I'll fix that up. All right. So, I showed you guys a lot of different great things, great advantages that we have as network marketers. The tax breaks, not having a boss, not waking up to an alarm clock, no commuting, unless you want to, setting your own hours. The unlimited income, residual income, being able to have money coming in every single month, even if you got sick. Okay, I was talking to somebody last night, a young lady, and it was kind of an emotional conversation because of the fact that I talked to her and I basically she had, I forget what she had, but she was sick and everything, and we were talking about residual income and how this company can possibly change her life. Just an extra $500 in her income. 80% of Americans that are in debt with an extra $500 can be out of debt. And so we were talking, and residual income is so important because you can get sick one day and still have money coming in each and every single month without having to do anything. And that's why residual income, in my opinion, is the most powerful form of money that you could possibly have. Okay. So, just keep that in mind. So there's so many advantages, guys. But what are some of the disadvantages? Because there are some disadvantages in our company, in our profession. And I like to call it a profession because that's what it is. It's a profession. You got to be professional, and you can't treat it like a hobby. If you treat it like a hobby, you're going to make hobby type of money, okay? If you treat it like a profession, you're going to have professional type of money, all right? So the disadvantages that, we face, on a normal basis, not on a normal basis, but, typically, is that you must accept temporary loss of social esteem from ignorant people. What I mean by that is that you must accept the fact that some people are ignorant to what we have to offer as a profession. A lot of times, in our profession, people just don't understand. They just don't get it. And our opinions are different from a lot of other people's, and what we do might not, suffice what other people think, okay? So you have to accept the fact that other people are closed-minded and might not be open to what we do. Although there are a lot of people, there is probably even more people that are closed-minded. So You have to deal with that on a daily basis as far as, temporary loss of social self-esteem, okay? So another thing is that some people that are trying to make it in the old system will think less of you and not understand until you start making money, okay? And typically when you start making money, that's when they start seeing, hey, maybe I should go ahead and give this a try. But, typically when you first get started in network marketing, you might have those people that, might think, hey, I don't know if I can do this because, I have to see proof, whatever, whatever the case may be. But, that's some of the things that you might deal with when you first get started. But I mean, that's just the nature of this business is educating people on network marketing and showing them all the advantages they could possibly have and all the disadvantages, and all the disadvantages, of course, as well. But of course, there's a lot more advantages than disadvantages. Okay, so I wrote down here, network marketing and lottery tickets. Let me just explain. Does anybody here know what that means when I write that? Does anybody know what that means? No? Okay, look. So network marketing and lottery tickets. I kind of compare network marketing to lottery tickets because of this. A lottery ticket, let's say somebody buys a lottery ticket, right? A scratch off. Now, there's 6 different spots on that scratch off, right? Let's say you go out there, you scratch 1 off, you scratch 2 off, you don't hit nothing, right? You scratch the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and 6th one off, you don't win no money. Typically what people do is they rip up that lottery ticket, they throw it away, they say, I'm never playing the lottery again, the lottery's a scam, I'm going to tell all my friends, don't waste your time with this new scratch off, whatever, it's a scam, I don't ever want to deal with it again. That's typically what happens, right, with lottery tickets. People just rip it up, they say, I hate the lottery, I'll never play it again, right? I never win anything. And I compare that to network marketing because of the fact that if somebody gets started in network marketing and they get started and they talk to one person and that person is not interested, they might talk to 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 people and they might not be interested. So that person might just quit their network marketing company, give up, and say, network marketing doesn't work. Network marketing is a scam. I made no money. I talked to 5 people and no one got started. Network marketing is a scam. Those are the type of people that hurt this industry. Because then they go out and they tell their friends, and then their friends have a negative attitude towards network marketing because of their friend told them something because of a bad experience that he had when he got into network marketing. He only talked to 5 people and didn't do the required steps necessary to be able to succeed online. Guys, my throat is really bothering me right now. So, that's why a lot of people in this industry that have heard about network marketing, they might have a negative opinion about it because of the fact that they might have had a friend that did it but didn't have no success. But now the friend's telling them things, they're whispering things in their ear saying, hey, don't do this because, I did it before, it didn't make no money. But in reality, their friend didn't put the required work into the company that he was in, didn't educate himself about network marketing, didn't understand the products that company had to offer or anything. And basically, that person just formed a negative opinion in his mind about network marketing and is going out there and sharing that negative opinion with everybody else. And now their friends are going out there and telling everybody else. It's just a trickle effect, And so those are the type of things you may have to deal with, when it comes to network marketing, in general. So it's my job to go out there and educate everybody as best as possible on what network marketing is. It's a lifestyle. It's a profession. Like I said, it's not a hobby. You might not talk to 5 people. Talking to 5 people, first of all, you shouldn't talk to 5 people and then try to think you're going to have success in this company because it doesn't happen overnight. Okay, it happens, definitely happens over time. Okay, so I just want to tell you guys that right now. So, there are 3 types of people in life, guys, all right? I kind of went through network marketing and showed you guys exactly what it's all about. Showed you how it could benefit you in 2014. And now, guys, you guys have a decision to make, all right? There are 3 types of people in life. There's people that make it happen. There's people that watch it happen. Guys, and there's people that don't even know what's going on at all. And if you're here tonight, guys, you know what's going on because I just did a whole presentation about network marketing and what it includes, what it entitles, and how it could benefit you here in 2014. So that third saying down there, people that don't even know what's going on, should not apply to you. So that leaves me with 2 things. I should say that leaves you with 2 things. Are you going to make it happen or are you going to watch it happen? Which one are you going to do? Because, like I said, if you're here tonight, you have the opportunity to possibly change your life and change your family's life and change the people around you, change their life as well. All right? So I really hope you guys took tonight seriously, and you guys took the time to take some notes down about network marketing. I mean, I could hold a 2-hour presentation about network marketing, but I try to put a 2-hour presentation into 40 minutes, okay? Because I don't want to keep you guys all night. So network marketing is not perfect, guys. It's just simply better, and that's reality, okay? It's not perfect like I showed you guys, but the things that are not perfect about it is probably better than what's not perfect about your 9 to 5 job or whatever you're doing right now. And that's just the reality of it, okay? So, what I want to do right now is invite you tomorrow at 10 o'clock Eastern, right back to this room again. And I'm actually going to show you guys a business opportunity that's possibly going to change your life around. It's going to provide you with the residual income. It's going to provide you with the tools that you need to do your taxes. It's going to provide you with the vacations that I talked about. I mean, you can go on vacation for about $300 for 7-night stays, to the Bahamas, Mexico, exotic vacations. It's going to provide you with a lot of value, a lot of products, and if you're here tonight, you are here because somebody mentioned Wake Up Now to you, and that's exactly what we're going to get into tomorrow. But tonight is day 1 of a 3-day process. Some of you guys going to be a 4-day process, okay? But tonight the goal of tonight was to educate you and give you more insight on what network marketing is, to kind of set things up for tomorrow when we talk about Wake Up Now and how Wake Up Now is going to benefit you and your family here in 2014, okay? So guys, go ahead and get back to the person that invited you to this webinar. If you have any questions, ask them. I'm pretty sure they're going to call you as well. I'll see you guys in here tomorrow at 10 o'clock, and then Thursday we have a conference call, and then on the weekends we have live presentations, whether you're meeting up with somebody locally and doing a house meeting, a seminar, a hotel meeting, whatever the case may be. Make sure you guys are following up with your sponsor or whoever invited you to this webinar to kind of keep you guys in the loop, okay? So guys, it was great talking to you guys. Hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.